welcome to our home. This is like our main living area where we all hang out. And just a few ways that I like to use toweling in my house. So here on the dining table, that's the bramble runner. There, living there at the moment. And then over by the fire, we have some of these Lazy Days pillows on the floor, and they're very popular with dogs and cats. And then this is just a little corner by the fire, a couple of cane chairs with some toweling pillows, a couple there from my Farmhouse Fresh book, and the one at the back is from 6 for 60 inches of toweling. And then don't worry about the doorbell, it's just someone driving up our driveway. And then here we have the kitchen, so we've got the oven and double-ended oven mitt there. And well, let's walk over here to the stove. This is the casserole carrier, which is a free pattern, which is now on my website, so feel free to download that. And here's the single oven mitt from 6 for 60 inches of toweling, and it's a really good size for a pot like this one because you can very easily grab on to the handle and it's not too big. And then around here on the island, here's one of the Southampton storage buckets. It really makes a really great bread basket, actually, really, really good. And then you can see here at our kitchen island, we've got some table mats with table napkins, like that. And then this is a handy one. This is the Serviette Tidy, which is a really great pattern. It's from Easy Entertaining, and it's super to make in Christmas fabric as well. So let's just duck into the laundry briefly. I'll try not to make you dizzy. I won't turn around too quickly. That's our deck outside. And then here in the laundry, there's a little laundry basket. That's the large one from the Southampton storage buckets, and that's great because it's nice and light to pick up. Makes a terrific laundry basket, really good for storing toys as well. And then we'll finish up in the sitting area, and you can see on the footstool there is the 60-inch throw, which is also a free pattern on my website. I always like to put something over a footstool. I think it looks nice, but it's also great so you can put grubby feet on it, and you can put grubby cats. There's Miss Masala, just sitting in her tower of power, supervising. Somebody has to. And you can see I've got a little basket there on my side table, and it's got things like remote controls for the fan and the television and the cat comb, because she likes to be combed all the time. And then here on the pillow, on the sofa, there's an assortment of different pillows from all different patterns. Sandrift pillows there, and a lovely quilt in the background, which is made of a combination of toweling. I'll walk around the lounge and show you a combination of toweling and regular print fabrics. There it is there. I love that quilt. And the cat also likes to lie on the back of the sofa there. So it's a great one. I can just wash the quilt really easily. So that's the sort of main living area of our house. And the last thing I want to show you is if I walk through here and around to the pantry. I forgot that on the way. Got a little hook here, and I hang all the aprons up. So there's quite an assortment of different toweling aprons there. There's the utility apron, and there's all different toweling patterns there. And you can just grab an apron when you're cooking, and oh, that's just the pantry. It's the nerve centre for the coffee machine, and they're handy, ready to go. There we are. Okay, here's another principal bedroom in our house, and we've got some toweling quilts here. On the blanket box at the end is the sea salt quilt, and then currently the one on the bed in here is a blockheads quilt from a couple of years ago, and I've used toweling in the piecing and mixed it with lots of assorted prints. But it also has a nice wide toweling border and 60-inch wide toweling on the back. which is really lovely, makes the quilt a lovely weight. And then the decorative pillows are made with toweling as well. So this is my daughter's bedroom, and on her bed here is my blockheads quilt from last year. Now this quilt has been made double-sided, so this is the back or the front, depending on what you like, with the smaller blocks there and framed with toweling on either side, and then used a 60-inch wide toweling for the back. And then the other side has the large blocks with a 60-inch wide toweling on the border with the corners mitered. And then the bed has the two free pillow patterns that were using my block from the blockheads. That was my contribution, with some toweling full-sized bed pillows behind it. So there's some toweling in a bedroom, looking pretty on a bed. So here's our little sort of sitting family room, and I have the quilt here on the footstool, principally to keep it nice and clean. That's Take It Easy with my Easy Living range. And then you can see a little table runner there on the antique sewing machine working as a side table, and a couple of pillows from the family of pillows. And also on the lounge there is my 60-inch throw lined with flannel. And that's principally because our cat likes to sit in the middle there every afternoon. Helps to keep it clean. And then one of my tiny Southampton buckets there with a little plant. And then if I walk around this way, you can see I've got the picnic quilt on the back of the armchair. And then when I walk around here to our little office area and my sewing nook. So here I have a few of the things out. I don't keep them out on the table like this, but just a few of the things that I like to use. So this sewing compendium is really useful. Let me just undo that and you can have a look. It's great for your hand sewing and your English paper piecing. Got some zipper pockets in there. Pocket for a little mat, put your needles in, cutters, whatever else you like. And there's also a little pocket on the back there for a pattern. That's the sewing compendium. Little needle book. It's toweling there on the outside. I like my stitchery. And little pocket for scissors and your needles and pins. This one is one of the itty bitty pouches and toweling on the back like that, and it's perfect. I keep my applique threads in there, and then a little pouch to put small projects. So I often put my needle book in there and my itty bitty pouch of threads with my little bit of applique or stitchery, and that's perfect size to cart around. That's from my Farmhouse Fresh book. And there's the free project with my light box. The pocket on the outside, so that's up on my website. And then down here I've got a couple of documents folders. Now I find these incredibly useful when I'm writing notes as I'm making patterns, and I keep them in a folder so they don't get lost. And I always make a new folder with a new fabric range, so that's the new one. And I used a magnetic fastener this time. There we go. On that instead of the tie, just to change it up a bit. That one's with my Vista toweling. Then I have a block storer. That's from my Farmhouse Fresh book. I keep blocks if I'm working on a sampler style quilt. Another pouch that's a little bit bigger than the other one. That's my Songbird pouch, really good for projects. I often cut up a quilt and I'll store it all in there. So if I've cut it up in the shop, I can bring it home in a pouch like that. And then sewing machine cover. So that's my little sewing area.